Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Need to Nerd podcast. I'm your host, Easy, and I'm joined by Patty friggin' B.
Oh, Patty freaking B, that's me.
Yeah, it's episode 144. We skipped 2 weeks due to you being at a regional championship, and I don't remember the other reason. I actually don't remember.
You had something last week. Or I have something last week.
You had something last week. Or no. What was last week's reason?
I can't remember.
I don't remember. Oh, no. Was Maxwell sick? I don't know. I mean, Maxwell... Oh, it was Mother's Day. We all had something.
We all had something. Oh, God. We're horrible sons, Spencer. Oh, no.
I mean, I'm a husband and a father, so...
Yeah.
You know who else is a father? It's Darth Vader. And this week's Nerd Fact of the Week has to do with Darth Vader. Did you know that Darth Vader was not always going to be a cyborg? In fact, originally he was just going to be an Imperial general and the bad guy. And then there was a line in the initial writings that had him traveling from ship to ship through space. So they needed some kind of breathing mask for him to do that. And then the concept drawings for the breathing mask came in. They changed the character because they liked the mask so much.
That's awesome. That's really cool. It's like I saw it's like when you have a costume as a character, then it all just kind of comes together. Which I'm kind of excited to get going on.
Yeah, that's it's one of those things like what would have happened. What's funny is that like I've seen A New Hope a lot of times. I don't think Darth Vader goes across space just in his his
just
outfit.
Like the outfit is
like
what he's traveling in.
Yeah, like that stopped. Like they didn't actually do that, but they still kept the design. They liked it so much. What
I mean, when you find the right thing,
I love it. If you want to talk about this type of stuff, head on over to our Discord. The link is in the show notes, and then you can also share the show with friends. It does help out the show a lot. You can also share it with your enemies. You hate the show, you're like, hey, listen to this. At least it gets us them clicks. So, but it is our monthly Our Need to Nerd episode. This one is for May, and we are going to talk about the things that we're nerding out about right now, the things that we're excited to nerd about next, and honestly, some nerd news, some nerdy news. I'll kick us off. In the process of moving right now, so. You might notice my wall is blank and there's cleaning supplies in my room and all that. But if you're watching on video, but I have been watching as much RC coverage as possible for the regional championship in Hartford for Magic the Gathering. I was sad to miss both of these RCs, even though I was qualified. I got that email and was like, "Hey, you gonna come to Hartford? You're qualified." And I'm like, No, I'm not.
Were you able to defer or no?
No deferral. So gotta get some stuff in. But I have been watching, as much coverage as I can while trying to move. Lots of really cool innovations going on in this format, which is a format that a lot of people think is solved, but we still see kind of players bringing really different stuff. I believe that right before we started, a version of Jun Roots qualified for the top 8.
Sick.
The number of, Orzhov Demons is in first place. There's tons of people still doing different stuff. And it's really cool to see. And I know that you don't just have to play Izzet. There are other things. And Mono Red making a huge comeback. People thought that deck was dead, and it's been a fun tournament to watch. Obviously, the story of the tournament is it, and
is it?
It is, and how powerful it is, and how it is. I mean, the deck in its form of some form is a multi-format all-star. You can play it in Pioneer, you can play it in Modern. I personally have been playing a lot of the deck in Modern, and I don't know. I think that having a clear best deck is something that Magic players don't like, but it lets you attack the format in really interesting ways, as we're seeing this weekend. So it was really fun to watch coverage. I don't know. You actually got to compete in the regional championship since our last episode.
Yeah.
You played. Is it Prowess?
I did. Basically, in fact, before we move off of that, I got this here for you. Got your badge. I need to get that over to you.
My nice competitor badge for.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, I decided to play Is It Prowess. My testing time was shorter than normal, than I would have liked for that tournament. But I was just like, okay, Corey Stillcutter seems broken. I'm just gonna play the broken deck. I like the guys over at System Magic. Greg and Andrew put together a nice sideboard mapping that really helped with some of the matchups that I wasn't too sure on. It didn't really matter in my tournament experience because I mean we can get into that a little bit later.
No, just do it now.
Just do it now. Okay. So my tournament was really weird, where Melee, the software that they use to do match pairings and run the tournament, told me to go one place, and then it ended up not being the place that I needed to go for round one. So I played a mirror against Is It in the seat that my app told me to go to. Show the judge afterwards, because it had unintentionally dropped me from the tournament because I no-showed. So I got a bye round one. They gave me the bye, and then also a win for my opponent, because his person who was supposed to be in the seat that I was sitting in also didn't show up, right? Because I was sitting there. And this was happened end of round. And I think what that did is it put me in this weird, I was just kind of at the bottom of the bracket, or for the pairings, just right at the break between my record and then the record below. And I played 7 mirror matches on day one, which was not the normal experience. It was, while there still was 30-something% of the field playing Prowess, and I think was it 39% this weekend. And then it had 41 or 46% day two conversion.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy. But I went 5-2 in those Prowess mirrors, which was great. And I lost a couple to Jessica I Convoke in a blue-black Demons deck. I lost my win in for day two at the end of the day, and I was pretty upset about it. I still kind of am, because what I didn't do was slow down enough, right? I think we had gone to time, a judge had come over, Nick was watching. So there was a kind of a crowd, and
I don't like that.
The turn wasn't gonna we weren't gonna go. It was I either kill them on this turn, or I die on the crackback, because they had a shoulder in play. So I needed to just line up all the blocks.
This is so MTG for this podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Either way,
slow down. I didn't play around the stupid filigree Silex that they had on 0, but I still had outs if I had played a little differently.
Cool.
But anywho,
my next one is Andor Season 2. You should not, don't beat yourself up. It's okay. Andor Season 2 is the next thing. I'm a little over halfway through. I
think all the episodes have released, right? So you're watching it slow?
Yeah. Well, we're through either, we're either through episode 7 or 8.
Okay.
I don't watch shows like that, man. When do I have 3 hours to carve out to watch 3 episodes in a night? I've done it, fair. But I can't do it right now. So
I really think that it's part of it is also because you have kids, like where some nights like Shelby and I will just like go till like 1 or 2 in the morning, starting at like 10 or 11, and just like
yeah,
watch a show for 3 hours. So
I mean,
I guess that makes sense.
we do certainly do that too, where the kids go to bed, by 9, and then
Mhm.
we watch shows and hang out till like midnight. Like that
Yeah.
happens.
Okay.
Um, but it just we've tried to do at least a little bit of something every night with the move. Like even
Mhm.
last night, I wanted to do laundry and watch Andor, and by the time it was time to do laundry, like the kids were staying at their grandma's house, and I'm
Mhm.
like, well, I just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Like I was asleep by 10 o'clock. So, and then I've been playing Oblivion. It is. I think I talked about this a little bit last month. I haven't gotten the chance to play too many video games in the last month, but the Oblivion is something that just feels so much like Morrowind. It was really funny while packing. I found a second disc of Morrowind that I threw away because it was scratched, because I already had another copy of it in my gaming cabinet.
Oh, that's cool. I love all
Um,
the things that you find when you're moving.
yeah, uh, it's such a successor to like a game that I spent countless hours in as like a teenager, and it feels so similar. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying the time. If you have Xbox Game Pass, I still believe that it's free, and it's funny. I might have said this on the last podcast, but I'm going to say it again. Like Skyrim's story is so bad that it was really hard for me, and this game's story so far is really good. Like it's interesting. It's still got that open world. You can go. Does a very good job of directing you to the next objective. So if you want to play linear, you can. Um, it's like even better than that, than like Breath of the Wild and Zelda. And if I'm like, the number of times where like my wife has been reading to Maxwell, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to spend those 15 minutes to just do a dungeon during this moving period, has like saved my mental health. So I love it. What about you?
So today, tomorrow, I am doing the like final big like memorization push. We've got everything blocked for the show. And now we're gonna be starting some full runs this week. So my off book date is May 21st, and I have this giant stack of lines I've done on like flashcards to like memorize. And yeah, it's this show's a little trickier than previous ones I've done. So um I'm just like any free time I have this weekend and this week, it's just like, all right, flipping through the note cards and talking to myself.
Does Shelby ever help you run lines?
Oh, it's the best. She has so much fun running lines with me.
That's fun.
Yeah. Um she'll do all the different like character voicings, and it's a great time.
I remember after my senior year, a lot of my very close friends were still in high school.
Mhm.
And I was a super senior that was doing school away from my old high school.
Uh-huh.
I needed like half another year to graduate, just because I skipped so much school my sophomore and junior years.
Mhm.
And so after school, I would sometimes go to the old high school, one for swing club, because I was technically in swing club because I was still a high school student and my school didn't offer it. So I was allowed to join clubs of other schools. So I just stayed at my swing club in my old high school.
Nice.
But some of those friends in swing club were also my theater friends, and running lines for like the Shakespearean festival was, especially for scenes that I had already done, like was really, really easy and fun. I remember how fun that was. Helping my friends run lines was a great time.
Yeah. So on the flight home, I had not seen it yet, but I was really glad that this is on there, because I probably wasn't going to see it until it was like on Disney Plus or what have you. I watched Captain America: Brave New World on the flight home.
No spoilers. I have to wait till Disney Plus.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. It yeah.
You can say stuff.
I'm trying to think of stuff that's not like too spoilery. It definitely has that kind of like spy thriller feel. And there's a lot of Hulk stuff. So it felt a lot less like a Captain America movie. But
you sound like you didn't like
great.
it.
It was okay, but that's kind of why it ended up being an airplane movie. That got me through the flight. Shelby and I finished Daredevil Born Again before the trip. So now we need to find a new show for after Something Rotten's over, because between now and then it's probably just not going to happen. Especially with like bartending events starting to pick up.
My Hero Vigilante is very funny. You will like it.
Yeah?
It's very funny.
Okay. Cool. I will write that down on the list of things. And then when we have had some downtime in between where we're like kind of both available.
You've been making Darth Vader say bad words.
What?
You've been making Darth Vader say bad words.
Bad words?
Do you not know about this? Oh, this is going to the news section. You do this. I'm adding to the news section.
Okay. I've been playing so like we had a family gathering, and I found out that a few of like our cousins like play Fortnite every night. It's like, all right, I guess we'll hop on. So
does Shelby play with you?
Yeah. So we've got our desks right next to each other. And it was kind of an issue where I ended up having to like buy a headset. I found an old like HyperX one that I had from my PS3 that is still good, I guess, and works with the PlayStation 5. Love that, but for the Xbox, because they're so picky and what have you, I ended up buying. I did something that I was warned against, but like it was only $20, $25, so I wasn't like so off it. I bought a pair of like Turtle Beach headphones, which everyone just kind of curses on, but I think it's doing the job right now to.
Do you want to know my Xbox headset?
Oh, that makes sense. Huh? Because it basically just has to be like XY.
Yeah, I don't know. It works. I have no idea why the
microphone thing. Because like I want to be able to hear.
You know what?
And I need to be able to talk and chat.
Maybe that's why the mic didn't work when I was on Halo the other day, and I could just hear them. That's a good point, buddy.
Yeah. So. Like I wasn't too concerned about like audio quality or whatever. The fit's kind of like mid, but that's what you get for $25 headphones, and I'm okay with that because now everything kind of just works. So
now you're making me want to try my gaming my G. Well, no, there's no way it will work. It doesn't have.
So I'll send you a video of like, especially if you have an audio mixer already, like how to possibly just kind of set that up, and maybe that's something with you setting up the new space, like that's something you can look into.
Yeah, my news. It's funny. The townhome we're going to is the exact same townhome as this one.
Oh, it's same build. Same builder.
The exact same.
Nice.
Except I'm gonna go to the smaller room that my daughter has been occupying.
Sure.
It's like 1 to 2 cubic feet smaller. It's not that much smaller. But the reason is because I'll be able to hardline my internet. If
Oh,
I
that's
do
so
that,
nice.
um, they're gonna move the wall plate tomorrow, and I'll be able to hardline if I move. So
Okay.
I got to figure out how to set up my Xbox because it's so big. uh, but other than that, I'm pretty excited.
Cool.
Next up, you've got for your need to nerd. You got Thunderbolts.
Yeah. It's so time is going to be limited for this next month, right? Until we get through this. Um, so I want to try and find some things that I like might be able to squeeze in. Um, and I'm thinking that something like seeing Thunderbolts um, is on my list. It's I've heard good things about it. Um, I kind of like. I mean, I like the Suicide Squad movies, so like that same type of thing for Marvel. A lot of those characters are pretty funny. So be trying that, and then I think once we
I've
get,
I've heard nothing but good things about Thunderbolts. Like
yeah,
legitimately, only good things. I did want to talk about like this weird thing that was trending online. Uh, that I find weird. And I want to talk about it because there was this thing that women don't believe that men find Florence Pugh attractive. And
I'm
then
sorry.
they interviewed a bunch of gym bros.
What?
I know. That's why I want to talk about this. They interviewed a bunch of gym bros. And they all said that she was not attractive. And so that was confirmation that men do not find Florence Pugh attractive. I did a little survey of some of my friends.
Okay.
Some of which are a little gym bro-y. Like, you know, the magic community has varying sizes and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, I also, you know, was a semi-pro airsofter. I wasn't always fat. So, like, if you think this is the common consensus, then, you know that my friends vary in size, shapes, and backgrounds. That's,
Sure.
none
We're kind
of
of
them
chameleons
did
that way.
not. None of them did not find Florence Pugh attractive. And what I found really interesting is some of them said they didn't want to see the movie because she was the lead and they didn't find her attractive. And I'm like, this is a weird way to judge whether you want to see a movie, first of all. And second of all, like, she is very attractive. Like, I don't know.
Some people's children.
I don't
I
know
don't
what
get it.
people's problem with strong women is. Like, why they would have a problem with that.
That's crazy.
Like, uh, I love how strong, independent, and awesome my wife is.
Yeah.
And, you know, I can't say what I want to say, but I don't know. If you want something different in the bedroom, I'm sure you can get it from your wife. Like, you just have to communicate that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry that Florence Pugh got that last month, and I just think that like if
She
you're
doesn't
judging,
deserve it. She's wonderful.
she's hysterical.
Yeah.
She is funny.
Yes.
There's there are a lot of admirable things about her, and the cast looks amazing. The movie looks great. Let me know when we're going.
Yeah. I was about to say, we haven't done our like friend dates
I told
for a
you, you
bit.
just
I
got
know.
so.
I know. We just gotta schedule them. Yeah. That's always the thing. But I think we can definitely make that one of them. And then the other thing, like, I don't know. I think once we like actually get into the run, like I'll have a little more time on Saturdays before like call time. So I'm going to try and put together I really don't play as much modern, but I have loved playing like prowess and standard. So I'm thinking about either getting, playing that prowess deck that Nick had ready for you, or I saw Mikey in Minneapolis and I was kind of griping about modern, and he's like, "Yo, play Jeskai Ascendancy Cutter." Jeskai Ascendancy.
I do think that deck is quite good.
Yeah. It's like, all right, maybe. And then Mason was talking about it yesterday, so it's like, all right, we'll give that a try.
Well, speaking of which, my next thing, kind of pulling up, kind of stuff like, I have not been to a regional championship qualifier this season. It does qualify for Vegas, so I'll be going literally no matter what.
Yeah.
And we've so far what I can see is 5 left.
Oh, is there? Okay.
And I won't be able to do the one or 4. Oh no, it's more than that. I'm sorry, it's the 18th. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 left. And I won't be able to do the one at Kayfabe, unfortunately, because I believe I'll be moving that day. So, for me, it's like Oasis game sealed and then 2 modern ones. But I've been playing a lot of modern, playing a lot of the prowess deck. And kind of just, that's like one of my big things right now is, regardless of whether or not I have the time to put into a season, to make sure that I am prepared for both my podcast and, we'll get into some other reasons that I want to prep for Modern here in a second. But yeah, I also downloaded and bought the Star Wars Outlaws DLC. They had a season pass that gave you all the DLC for the previous DLC and the one that just released, I think, yesterday as the time of the recording. So I might have ruined it though, because of the choice that I made in game for the first DLC.
Oh, okay.
Which is funny. I don't know that I appreciate how they ran that, if that is the case. I gotta look it up. But it was nice to download. I played Star Wars Outlaws a little bit on May the 4th. And I had a ton of fun. Download the DLC. It really is like one of my favorite games, to the point where after I move, I'm going to make a video on this YouTube channel about 15 video games I think I put down that I just could not stop playing. Not necessarily my favorite 15 video games of all time, but just like 15 games that I could not put down historically. I gotta catch up on my anime. I'm behind on everything. Fire Force did finally release. We started that in the last little while. And then I'm very far behind on My Hero Vigilantes. A lot of that has to do with the time that we spend Andor and stuff like that, but gotta kind of catch up on that. But let's dive into the nerd news. Oh, wait. Patty, why do you let me do this?
Sorry. What?
One of my friends finished Jedi Survivor, and months ago, I talked about how my favorite video game moment of all time happened, and then since then I've talked about how hard that game is for me to continue. And one of my friends finished it.
Okay.
Friend of me, Casey Bloodworth, former host of Constructive Criticism, and he's like, the story's worth it. I get what you don't like about the movement, but like, you got to finish it. The game then got spoiled for me.
Oh no.
And I need to understand what happens. So I have to go back to it.
Like, how do we get from point
how did we get
Z?
Yeah, how did we get here? So I got to finish that. It should be fun and exciting. But yeah, let's go on to the nerd news though. The first bit of news was kind of a big surprise to me. Just the, I don't know. Maybe you disagree, but like, so Game Grid, I think Lehigh specifically, but all the Game Grids announced the Game Grid Open. Game Grid is a franchise here in Utah. We have 2 pretty big game store franchises. We have Game Haven and Game Grid that both have many locations. Obviously, you work at Kayfabe Cards, another game store. Utah has 2 things. They got a Mormon church in every corner and a game store in every corner. We love our board games here. Go ahead.
We don't sell board games, ironically. Those did not work. So
yeah,
we just do cards. So
yeah, that's why it's kayfabe cards.
Yeah.
But Game Grid, one of the, I mean, I've been sponsored by them multiple times for multiple podcasts. They are amazing. We love them. You know, and they announced the Game Grid Open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to pull it up really quick while I'm. I even think they have a new. Oh. Yeah, they even have a website for GameGridOpen.com. They've got Magic the Gathering. They've got Commander Con, a modern 10K championship with, $2,000 to first place. They've got Lorcana. They've got Mystery Booster Shield. They've got Pokemon. They've got FNM Chaos Shield. I don't even know what some of these things are. But they, it's Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Star Wars Unlimited, Lorcana, One Piece, Flesh and Blood. Really, really big. They're going to the Mountain America Expo Center here in Utah. Nice. And, I would love to see this thing stay this big, be this regular, and keep going. So I'm going to shout it out on every chance I get. If you play any of those games, it is a con that is worth going to. Game Grid runs amazing stuff. If you are a Magic player, that 10K is going to be awesome. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what this brings. Do you have anything you want to say about it? Oh, that is the reason that I'm going to get ready for Modern 2. I'm going to try to win that thing. Got it.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. I would love. I think that what was the one that wasn't very well received.
We don't need to talk about that. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm hoping this is a lot better well received, and I know that the people down there are, competent and great. So like, I know that they'll run it well.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope that people support and yeah.
Yeah, the 10K starts Saturday, August 9th.
I wonder if I have to vend the thing. I don't know if they'll have vendors, but
I wonder if I have to vend that. They might have.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be 7 game grids there, so who knows?
Yeah.
All right. The next piece of nerd news is Nintendo's terms of service. Let's go on this. Okay, you know about this then. You know about this. Okay. I'll just give
I'll let you go off on this
short
one.
Summary. Nintendo updated their terms of service to basically say that if you alter or break their rules of their membership on your Switch 2, they can break your Switch. I think they're going to get sued, so I want to be clear. I do not believe that this is going to work.
Yeah.
A lot of it goes against the Millennium Copyright Act. It also explains why their physical cartridges are becoming download codes. They are literally trying to stop you from owning their medium. And I already know that this is like a losing battle that we're losing, but I think that gamers should fight harder against this, and I am considering no longer buying a Switch because of it. The Nintendo Switch 1 is my favorite console of all time.
That was one of my questions.
I buy physical media. There's a lot of reasons that I do it. There's a lot of reasons that I keep it. There could be a world where I cancel all my subscriptions because I'm in a rut. and I like to have media to consume still, right?
Mhm.
And I mean, I'm the type of guy that I have everything. Like I have Paramount Plus, I have Amazon Prime, I have Netflix, I have Crunchyroll, I mean, Patty knows if any time we need to watch something in the show, I'm like, yeah, you can use my account. I would never let Patty do that. I don't know why I would say that on the live air. But like,
No, I come over to your place and we watch it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I I don't. I know that it's Nintendo being Nintendo, but like this is like going a little too far. Like I own this. My Switch is actually to my left right now.
Backed up. Yeah.
Anyway, like it's my Switch. I bought it. If I want to shoot it with a bullet and end its life, I can do that. If I want to open it up and put a different GPU in it, I should be allowed to do that. I I don't know what their hatred of the mod community is with their hardware. I don't know what their hatred like. Guess what? You literally don't sell a Game Boy Advance anymore. If somebody wants to mod their Game Boy Advance, it doesn't hurt you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that and all the stuff with Pal World too, right? Like those lawsuits that are already
I mean, that's their fault for something.
happening. I mean, yeah. Okay, so tell me about this Darth Vader stuff.
Okay. So there was an update where there is a AI Darth Vader inside of Fortnite that you can make say stuff. Within the first 24 hours, clips of Darth Vader saying very, very heinous stuff appeared online.
Is it using like James or like James' voice?
It is using the AI permissions that James Earl Jones gave Star Wars.
Oh. Okay.
So I have two things to say about this. One, yeah, it's a little funny, but that is actually James Earl Jones' voice. Like you're making a human legend say horrible things.
Yeah, if it was some other like, you clearly like this is not Darth Vader, but like it is Darth Vader for Fortnite. Like, all right, fine, whatever. Like, internet be me. But yeah, that pisses me off.
You didn't see this?
No, I didn't. I've been
busy,
pretty siloed in.
Totally fair. What's your next?
I did see though, like it came across my timeline this Ironheart trailer, and I thought that project was like canceled. But I'm excited to see it back. Like this trailer looks sweet. I love Anthony Ramos.
I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I will have to check it out.
Yeah, check it out. It's good.
Dope.
So
that's going to do it for this week. If you have a topic you'd like us to discuss, leave a comment on the YouTube video or on Spotify. You can also leave a review or a like on those platforms. You can find me at Spencer13H on Blue Sky. He's a game on Twitter every week on Constructive Criticism, and soon we're bringing back Constructive Clash. Matt's team stuff has changed. We're excited for kind of the future of that. Have been busy with the move and stuff, but he's ready to go again. It's one of my favorite series to do and stuff like that. What about you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Blue Sky and X, formerly known as Twitter, at PattyBMTG. And maybe we'll get some TikToks going.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Patty, what should we talk about next week?
Oh, that's a great question. Are we not actual next week because you're moving?
I'm moving
next
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Oh, okay.
I'd probably like the break, so.
Okay, great. Then let's record.
Leave a comment. Let us know what you talk about.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. We'll see you guys all.
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out. And we'll see you guys all next week with another episode of the Need to Nerd podcast.